I have never had an experience like the one that I had this year, and at least for now things are getting better. But I have never had such an experience. One, I used to work with NGOs, and NGOs are not employed me. They could give me projects to do, and this project really ensured that I had a life that I wanted. I always had something at disposal. I had money to do my things. One thing is that I am a shopper. I can pick things in stores. I like new experiences all the time. And so things took a turn when the NGO started withdrawing their services in Africa. For example, when Trump took over, the NGOs that I was serving, they all stopped immediately with their projects. And so that meant that I will not continue serving them. And so what happened is that I had an office that I had not given a lot of effort. And so I had a place to go back to. But this time, differently, because when I came back to the office to serve now as my office, um, I had also to downsize, just like the way things had happened for me. I had to downsize. And when it came to downsizing, it meant that instead of having people on my payroll, I started working, I started doing piecework. And this was not comfortable for many people. So, piecework meaning if I'm going somewhere, I'll not have a monthly driver. I'll have driver coming to take me to a place to be paid on that particular day. The people that served me in an office, my office doing different things, I could only call them to come and do a certain task. And then after that, we are done. That's what meant. So, and most of things that they used to do, I started doing them myself. That is cutting costs. That means I started working on my needs. So that means I started serving my needs and I had to cut off my wants. So this was a change. I had to sit down with my children and tell them, now this project is no longer with me. That means I'll not be able to foot this and this and this bill. And so this is the only thing that I can be able to foot. And I had to come up close and candid with my family. Why am I saying this? It's because many people are struggling today. They're struggling because the economies are really a roller coaster here in Africa. And they're struggling a lot because the way businesses were operating in the years back, it's not the same way businesses are operating today in Kenya and I think in Africa at large. And so this calls for adjustments. We had to adjust with my family. And this is exactly what you need to do if you know you are going through a struggle. You need to adjust. What used to work comfortably with you that time, today it cannot be the same case. But what you need to do is that you need to change. You need to change many things, not because you don't want them, but because you have to survive in a different mode. Not a survival mode, but a mode that will help you to meet your daily needs. If you have business that is really struggling, it is if it is rent, you can now downsize. You can go to a place that whereby you can be able to pay rent and still continue to survive and still continue to do what you've been doing. If you've been maybe letting a place, if you didn't have your own place, you can think of a place that is still comfortable but at a cheaper price. So, in essence, is that we are trying to downsize. Otherwise, it's quite tough. I understand. It is tough as business people. I understand. But again, we cannot rule that this is our forever. No, it is just a season. I am 100% sure that this too will come to an end. Meanwhile, as we try to adjust, let us still continue working to show up in our institution, to show up in our homes, to show up in our businesses, We don't know who will come to buy what we are selling because we are selling something. I am a counseling psychologist. Yes, that is my trade, but I know very well many people will come to buy because I'm always showing up. The thing is that despite what, show up and be seen and be counted. It is just a season. I am very sure this is a season to come to an end. Cheers.